So, could the Tesla Cybertruck bankrupt Elon Musk and Tesla? That's the subject of today's video. And as you guys know, the Tesla Cybertruck has been a massive failure and a massive flop for them. And things just keep getting worse. Already, they've had 6 recalls this year. And recently, there's even another problem where this guy exposes a design flaw, major design flaw with the Tesla Cybertruck. Have a look at this. So what this Tesla owner figured out is that when it snows, the way the truck is designed, the snow actually blocks the lights because there's a shelf right at the lights. It's a terrible design and is really dangerous. So you can see that is obviously a major flaw. This thing may really struggle in winter. And as more and more people essentially hit these things on the road, you're going to see more and more problems. A lot of this actually is Elon Musk's own fault. He took big control on the Tesla Cybertruck design. I've made videos about this topic before. Check these out if you haven't seen it already. But basically, this was Elon Musk's baby and is a massive failure and shows that Elon Musk is really, really incompetent when it comes to doing these things. But it gets worse, and it seems like Tesla's trying to cover this stuff up. Check out this headline. This is just coming out now, December 2nd. Tesla tells workers on Cybertruck line no need to report to work for the next 3 days. Basically, if you're working on the Cybertruck and you're over at Tesla, they don't need you to come to work. I think there is a massive demand problem with these things, right? If you're telling your workers to quit making them, what does that tell you? Are there financial problems going on with this also? Let's read the details of this stuff, and I want to hear your thoughts. So it says, on Monday, Tesla notified workers at the Austin factory where it assembles the Cybertruck to take the next 3 days off, right? If you're working on a Cybertruck, just take the next 3 days off. We don't need you. What's going on, guys? It says, according to a memo viewed by the Business Insider, quote, on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week, so that's December 3rd to December 5th, so this week, you do not need to report to work. That's what they sent out to employees who work on the Cybertruck. Don't need to come to work. It also says here, workers were told they would still receive 8 hours of pay for each day they've been scheduled to work, which is kind of interesting. Why are they paying people to tell them not go to work? There must be some sort of contractual obligation there. Ask Tesla, they made no comment on this, so that's why it's an interesting story. Also says here, the email said workers would return to the Cybertruck production line on Friday, December 6th. Tesla also said that some workers would not follow the adjusted schedule, and those workers would be notified separately. I wonder what that means. Does that mean they're getting laid off? There's a possibility in that. The way things are going, maybe they're taking the 3 days to figure out, okay, who we keep, who do we not keep? This is going to be really interesting. It also says here, it is unclear why Tesla has temporarily changed the scheduling for the Cybertruck assembly line. I personally think it's a demand issue, but we're going to get more on this. This is why it's a breaking news. Also says here, factory workers on the Cybertruck line said their schedule has been inconsistent since late October, right? Their hours aren't regular. And if you guys are worked a job, you know it's not good when the boss is telling you not to come in, and you know it's not good when you just can't get the hours, right, that you need. It says here, 4 workers told Business Insider that several times after arriving at work, they had been either sent home, right? We don't need you. And could you imagine that, driving to work thinking you're going to, do your job, get paid, etc., and they just send you home? Or it says here, given additional training exercises, whatever that means, or cleaning duties, they just have you be a janitor to fill their scheduled work hours. So I think there's real problems here. Another person said here, at least one worker expressed frustration with their scheduled changes. Yes, I would be frustrated too. Completely understand. This was the quote. When I started at Tesla, you could expect to get overtime pay. Now I feel lucky to get 40 hours. And that's the worker on the Cybertruck line. I think there's a real demand problem with these things. They're basically making too many. They can't sell them all. And so you can't keep making them, right? You're just taking a bath on these things. So literally, you're telling workers to stay home. And we're going to probably find out by the end of this week, the announcements. If I had to bet, I would bet they're going to be laying off people over at Tesla who work at the Cybertruck. Again, this is in Austin, Texas. If anyone works at Tesla watching this video, let me know your thoughts on this thing. But this is how I read this. And unfortunately, a lot of people are going to get hurt because of Elon Musk's poor decision to take the control of designing the Cybertruck, which is frankly just overpriced. It's a ridiculous vehicle. I understand there's a lot of tech bros that like this thing, but for the average, truck owner who wants a work truck, like a real truck, this thing is useless. It is basically designed for Justin Bieber kind of people or Kardashian kind of people, and or people who want to be Justin Bieber or Kardashian. I will say this about the Cybertruck: if Tesla would have just made a regular truck, just a regular old pickup truck, right? Don't screw around too much with design. Go with what works. It actually might have done pretty well for them, to be perfectly frank. But Elon and his ego, he's like, no, I want to build the future that looks like the future, and he designed the truck to look like a movie, basically. I hate to break it to you, Elon, movies aren't real. It's a movie. And again, you can watch my video as I go over the design stuff of that when Elon was designing it. And you got this. You know things are going bad when the Tesla fanboys and fangirls really start attacking me personally. That's what they do when they get upset, because that's all they have. That's all they can do is attack. Listen to this. This is the attacks that they got on me. This is from Billy Underwood. He says, "Oh, you little communist." Literally, these are comments 19 hours ago. You're looing, I think it's supposed to mean lying. You're looing and making a poor attempt at fear-mongering. You lost. You're going to be forever in the losing column. You've been on the wrong side of history the entire time your party has existed. So this is when the fangs come out from the Tesla fanboys and fangirls, right? And they get all kind of hissy fitting, you know that things are bad on their end. Here's another one, just yesterday from Morot, I guess how you say Sio Naj. This person says, Musk is a once in a generation genius on the level of Trump, Newton, Galileo, or Einstein. Just because you don't understand doesn't mean you need to speak on that matter. So guys, if you don't understand the genius of Elon Musk and Trump, who are just like, this is according to one of his fans, just like Newton, Galileo, or Einstein, if you don't understand it, you shouldn't speak on the matter. Someone in our community responded and said, wow, this one has drank gallons of orange Kool-Aid. And the person replied, I've heard of TDS, that stands for Trump derangement syndrome, but you also seem to be co-occurring, likely terminal case of MDS. That would be Musk derangement syndrome. Poor little guy, gonna die from playa hatin'. That's coming from one of Elon Musk's fans. Here's another one. This is coming from Steve, another fan of Elon Musk and Tesla. Steve says, talking to me, you need to get laid, kid. Take whatever Chinese wiener you have and go outside and stop obsessing about others' goofs. He's living rent-free in your head. Go back to China or something. Get married, have one child, and stop having your mom cut your hair. Again, these are your Tesla fanboys and fangirls. They love Elon, and they love to insult me when I tell them the truth. This is another person. This is coming from our community, sort of, you know, how to deal with these kind of comments and things that you see on the internet. This is from Huff Paffy, again, someone in our community. They say, I think that the deep and widespread stupidity of many of the American people may seal our fate soon. I think there is a tipping point we may have already hit that will put the survival of our democracy in peril due to these people. I feel like we're in a lifeboat and these people are drilling holes in the bottom of it. And Huff Poppy, I really understand your feelings on that. It does feel like that. They're, you know, we're just trying to stay afloat here, and now there's people drilling holes. But this is sort of why I appreciate you guys' community. I know a lot of people say, Chris, I come here, I just want to feel like that you're not crazy. I'm telling you, you're not crazy. Seriously, you're not. You're not crazy. If you're right here watching this channel, you're doing the right thing. You're not crazy. The world has gone mad. We're in the lifeboat, and they're drilling holes at the bottom. We're trying our best to keep the thing afloat. But I think it's a very similar situation also with Tesla and Elon Musk. As you guys know, I just made it in the last video. He, at the moment, has lost his $101 billion pay package. And with this massive loss and looks like major disruptions of Cybertruck, I think they're in real trouble. You have this also, Tesla's cutting prices on their leases for the Cybertruck. Now, the lease thing with Tesla is an interesting one. I've always suspected, I wonder, and I'm just telling you this, I don't know for sure, but I wonder if they're doing some accounting shenanigans over there to when they, you know, lease out a car or a truck, but they're counting that as a sale, right? And then when the owner returns it, then they'll sell it again and count that as another sale, like basically a double sale. So this is kind of a way to do shenanigans with the books. So I have no proof of that. I'm just saying there is a possibility of that kind of stuff. As I said, I speculate and wonder if that's going on with Tesla, because there is a lawsuit on the table of different things that they may be doing, and we'll see. I'll just say this: their CFO stepped down. The other one, I think that was last year. The new one is selling stock. The CFO of Tesla right now, the new one is selling stock. Same with the board of the director of the board is selling stock, and his brother is selling stock. That's right here. The other thing that they're doing too is looks like they're trying to dump stock on SpaceX also. So a lot of these insiders are trying to sell while all this stuff is going down, and that's why I mentioned this Tesla thing. And guys, I just want to make this clear. I know we make a lot of jokes about Tesla and Elon Musk, but some things, frankly, they're not funny. This was just yesterday, December 2nd, right here. I'll just read it. Survivor. So there's one person survived, but then 3 people died. 3 victims killed in Northern California. Cybertruck crash identified by family. Just the way these things are designed, they're unsafe. And that's why I said it's yes, we make jokes sometimes and stuff like that, but when the guy shows you like, hey, there's a design flaw with the headlights, or I say, hey guys, their robot driving thing is unsafe, or hey, if they're talking about removing regulations, it's really going to hurt people. This is a serious thing. And even if you don't own a Tesla, like having other, these cars on the road when they're not ready to be robot driven, I mean, you get this kind of stuff. It's like once a week you hear this thing. There's the crash right there. And I'll just be honest, I was pretty upset to read this. These are 3 college students that died. One was a student at University of Colorado, I guess another one at USC, and another one at Savannah College of Art and Design. And I'm just sharing with this because I want you to understand that, like, when you read these headlines, there are real people behind this stuff. And like I said, I know we make jokes about Tesla and Elon and stuff like that, but guys, these are actually real people's lives. When Elon Musk does SpaceX flying rockets over people's houses, and Elon doesn't care about regulations or safety or care about cleanliness of water. We talked about it, like it was last week. It was reported in Austin, Texas, how they're just dumping chemicals in the water there, etc. They just Elon doesn't care about regular people. There's no other way to put it. And it is sad that this thing keeps going on. And with Elon, what he's up to these days, he's got a lot of political favor with the incoming President Trump, and who knows what he'll do. But at the end of the day, though, they do have to figure out a way to keep the money flowing and keep the employees working, because he's under a lot of debt. And if he loses that pay package, I think there's a whole bunch of stuff that could happen and really cascade very, very quickly. So I want to follow this story. I want you guys to hang out on the channel. We'll track this together to see what is going on with the Cybertruck production line. Why are they telling workers not to come to work for 3 days? And what are they going to shuffle the essentially staffing on Friday? We're going to check this out. So thanks again for watching. Please be safe out there, and I'll catch you in the next video.